Don't rustle. Hi everyone, welcome back to Kirstie's Life in Art. Today is Walkover Wednesday with Nick. I just thought I would come in and say hi. I am extremely tired, so I'm leaving the lives up to Nick and maybe Dave this week. So there might only be one or two, but yeah, you have Nick.
Hello everybody. Well, it is indeed, as Kirstie said, Walkover Wednesday. I have been allowed access to the page again, and today I'm not doing art and I'm not really doing craft. What I'm actually doing is I'm going to play with some Lego, which is really therapeutic. It's really enjoyable to play with. And of course, you get a lot of satisfaction when you're building the models and you get to see a finished product. Now, I'm just going to mess around a little bit this evening. I've got some finished models, which I have on the desk in front of me, and I'll be showing you all later on. From very sort of small and basic ones to very large ones, and I've got an assortment of bricks. I'm not actually sure exactly what bricks I have. We're going to just kind of mess around a little bit. I've got a board in front of me. I'm just going to see what we make. If you're watching, please do say hi. It'd be lovely to talk to people and see how you're all doing. So we'll start off with really basic model. Is a cow. Quite pleased with this one. It's just a really little thing there, and these have all been made originally out of kits and things that I've bought, but of course they can be quite time consuming, and they'll have normally it takes a couple of hours to make some of the sort of larger kits, so I'm not going to sort of go through one of those tonight. One of these, if you ever do get involved in making Lego, get yourself one of these. They do come with some of the larger kits, and they're really useful, and I'll show you how they're useful. I've got something I found earlier. Hey Kirstie. So this is actually just for taking bricks apart again, because when things get sort of stuck together, they can be quite difficult to get the bricks apart from each other. So especially with the very little sort of one block bricks, one of those can be really useful, and it's got a little thing there for pushing the I'll show it up there instead. It's just got a little nodule there as well, just for pushing things back up through the holes as well. If you get sort of the little cross pieces stuck in the joining belts. So I've got a few bricks, as I say. I'm just going to rustle, excuse the sound for a moment, as I open a packet. It's a nice pack of an assorted pack of red, orange, brown, black kind of bricks. I've got some blue ones I'll play with as well. As I say, I'm not aiming to specifically make anything, but just to enjoy ourselves a little bit, and hopefully you guys will want to join in and say hi, and you'll have an enjoyable time watching. The reason I quite like Lego is because I do genuinely find it really therapeutic just to sort of put the pieces together, put a little bit of sort of effort into actually finding the right pieces. It's not about sort of getting things built quickly or built in a particular way. It's just fun. And I certainly would recommend it if you would like to sort of get into Lego making. There's lots and lots of kits that you can buy. Not all of them are expensive either. This box here, I'm just going to hold up to the front camera, Dave. I'll hold it up there actually. There we go. That box there, I think that cost me around about £10 or £15. It might have been on an offer at the time, but it wasn't an expensive kit to build. And this is actually what this pack of bricks has come in. There's another bag that I haven't opened in the box at the moment. I may well come to it in a little while. But you get to play a little bit with some of these things, and as I say, it can be just very therapeutic and very sort of relaxing on the mind, just to sort of let your imagination run wild for a little bit. I'm just building a bit of a wall at the moment, just around the edge of my square rectangle. Have we had any comments yet, other than Kirstie's original, Dave? Doesn't look like it just yet. So if you
nothing yet. It will come up as and when. But guys, by all means, do come and chat to us. We don't bite. We promise. Well, yeah, we don't bite. So do by all means come and chat to us. We're more than happy. Any questions? Anything you'd like to see in future? Just what your day's been, anything like that. If there's any Lego related facts that you'd like me to try and find as well over the course of the stream, by all means, obviously I will carry on putting up some random facts. Also, apologies for the slightly less smooth screen changes that you're seeing tonight in comparison to normal. I'm currently running on very, very little sleep, so I'm not being quite as fast and accurate as I normally would be, so I do apologise for that in advance and for the fact that it's looking slightly messier than usual. However, by all means, come and chat to us. As always, commissions are available for art. Message us for the details. Obviously, Kirstie's now working in her new job, so they any commissions will take a little bit longer than they have been recently, but obviously Kirstie will try and get to them as quickly as she can. Any messages to the page we will pick up as quickly as we can. It will be a minimum of a maximum where possible of about 24 hours. Kirstie and I both get the notifications immediately, and at the moment I'm still working from home, so I can reply pretty quickly. But by all means, come and send us a message if there's anything you want to see on future lives, if there's any specific tutorials that you'd like to see. We do have a couple of tutorials that are already primed and ready to go. Unfortunately, we're just having some issues actually uploading them at the moment, so we will get those up as soon as we can, and we will try and get some more recorded as soon as possible as well. So as I say, if there is anything that you would like, we do keep a list. So message the page, send us a message on one of the streams, even message either Kirstie or I directly, or indeed Nick if you really want to. And as I say, between us, we do all talk and I collate the list, so it will get added on.
Thank you, Dave. I'll also mention at this point that if you particularly want me to do anything on commission, I'll think about it, but I will also question why. I think as a it will be quite good just to do a bit of drawing maybe for you guys in a future video, because at least then you'll see why I don't do drawing very often. Dave, you might feel similarly about that kind of thing as well. But
to be fair, yes, my drawing skills aren't exactly 100% brilliant. So maybe when I do come down next week and we do our group live between us, maybe we could do some form of drawing competition and go from there. We'll try and draw the same thing, and we'll all prove the fact that the reason that it's called Kirstie's Life in Art is because Kirstie's the one that actually has a vague element of artistic talent and temperament.
For anybody who's wondering where Kirstie is tonight, if you missed the very beginning of the video, Kirstie is actually just off to my right. She is sitting and watching me. She has had an excellent couple of first days in her new job. So really, really pleased about that. She's very much enjoying herself. But as with all new jobs, it has tired her out quite a bit. She's virtually fallen asleep on the sofa on a couple of nights this week, and I can't say I blame her. It's been quite warm, and she's learned a lot in her new job as well. I think that's fair to say. She's certainly had her brain tested for the first couple of days, and obviously she will be back at some point very soon to do some more sort of painting, watercolors, acrylics, and I don't know what else she's actually got planned at the moment. I'm sure she'll probably do a bit of drawing as well with you guys. This is sort of to fill in tonight, just so that you guys have something to see, to watch. And as I say, if you want to pass on a message to Kirstie, she is here. She is watching. So she will see any comments that you put up. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't be on here if it weren't for Kirstie. She's certainly supported me and my daft idea that I could possibly come on here and do some Lego work with you guys, and I'm also very thankful to her for that. Now, the other things, so a couple of these other models that I've made, they're quite intricate. This one, quite timely. I'm very excited about the return of the Formula One season this weekend, and so I have dug out my Ferrari Formula One car made entirely out of Lego. I can't remember where I got this kit from. I think this actually came as a freebie when I bought some petrol from Shell a few years ago. Not officially endorsed or sponsoring this page, but they can have some free advertising anyway. And this one also another nice little car model. Seems to work very well. It wouldn't be a page that I'm doing a live on without there being at least some sort of plane. This was a very basic kit plane. A couple of the pieces have fallen out. Let's pop them back in. Very basic kit plane. Short stubby wings. Don't think that'd fly very well, but it serves a point. But it shows how even the most basic combination of bricks, I think there's only about sort of 20-25 bricks in this whole construction bit here, and it makes a very sort of, it's a plane. It's not sort of completely out of the ordinary. So at the moment, what am I actually building at the moment? Well, it's starting to become a bit of a wall, a bit of a house maybe. I haven't quite worked this out. It's not planned this at all. It's just something I thought I'd come on and just do something just to throw things together and see how they all work. I'm not saying that they're working particularly well, but the pieces are all going together. Obviously, Dave is readily sat with the keyboard, providing us with lots and lots of facts and information. I have no idea where he's looked some of this up from. I was promised a couple of puns, but I think to borrow one of Dave's, that he's Lego of some of them.
Oh God, I can't believe you actually went there. You must have been bricking it coming up with that one.
As I'm sure you can tell, the chats that we've had talking about doing lives this week have been wonderful. I'm not sure.
They have to an extent been put together as we went along.
I'm not sure that Kirstie agrees with the quality of the jokes, but she has to put up with them. Unfortunately, she chose to marry me, so she's signed up to this for life. Sorry, darling. Kirstie says we have so much Lego in our house. I don't think we have all that much Lego. I'm gonna leave it up to some of you guys, I think, actually, to determine whether we actually have a lot of Lego. In the background here, you can see there is actually a box. I'll bring it into the front here. This is a small box relatively speaking. It's the size of my head, but it's a small box. And that contains what I call my spawn pieces. So this is, I'm going to tilt the camera slightly here. This is all of the little pieces here, which contain everything that's just sort of one or two little blocks and a few people and bits and pieces. Nothing sort of major or large in this one. I have got next to me another much larger box of Lego. So where that is the size of a 2 brick piece. The very large box of Lego has a. I'll show you the lid. That's the lid. It's a 4x2 piece. And it's that size. We also have upstairs. I decided not to bring it down. A Lego head. You may have just seen Kirstie shoot down the corner. I think she's about to go and display it. Apparently that is too much Lego. They are all full, so maybe she's got a point. I haven't bought Lego though for 3 years, so I think we're doing quite well. The last time I bought Lego, actually bought it, was before we got married, so it is one of the things which I have learned to restrain myself on.
Hello.
Apparently the head
Looks like Kirstie decided to get ahead of the situation.
Oh dear. Now, for those of you who are interested in more advanced Lego projects, well, I've got a couple of those to show you. This is a much larger. This is a Porsche supercar. I think there was supposed to be a spoiler on the back. It's fallen off in the box. I've just plucked this one out.
Well, that's going to spoil the appearance.
It really is. It really is. I normally make the unmake. Sorry, the Lego sets once I've finished making them and before I put them back in the box, just so that I've got something to play with later on. And the other one that I've got here, actually, I've got a couple of these because they came in well-priced kits, and I bought a couple in a bulk buy, I think. Fire engine. I also really like the Lego Technic sets. I've got a number of helicopters and things like that for those. I'll be honest, if anyone decided to burgle the house, it is the Lego I think they go after in terms of the value. We've got absolutely nothing else worth nicking, so that'll probably be the target, which I look forward to telling the insurance company about. There are 86 Lego bricks for every person. Good grief! So that works out a couple of 100 billion Lego bricks. Good grief! I did not know that, Fat Dave. Thank you for that. I think I'm not sure if that's encouraging or worrying. Bit of both in equal measure. I think we'll take that. If you are watching, by the way, please do comment. Otherwise, it's just me talking into the void, and well, not just the void. It is me talking to Dave as well. But I'm not calling you the void, Dave.
I've been called worse things. And there you go. That's the answer to your bit of rough maths. You went far off.
400 billion Lego bricks in the world. 10 times higher than the moon. Good grief. Yeah. Oh, Kirstie, yes, I'm well aware that some of my behaviour is worrying, and most of it involves talking to no one in particular.
That's your standard day, isn't it?
Oh, apparently, okay. It's worrying about how many Lego bricks there are. If you didn't hear that one, off to my right, Kirstie is actually worried about how many Lego bricks there are in the world. Yeah, fine. You're fine.
I miss everyone.
Kirsty does say that she misses you all, guys. So if you are watching this and you want to post a message for Kirsty, she is watching. She will read it. She will see it, and she might even come on to actually talk to you in a minute if there is anyone who wants to send her a message and say hi. Also, of course, we're about 20 minutes in. If you are watching this one on replay, please do comment, of course, #replay. 2.17 miles high before the bottom Lego brick breaks. Good grief. Really? Okay, I'm going to appeal now to any other fellow Lego lovers. I mean, Dave has put some of these stats up. I mean, I think we need to test this. We need to actually build a Lego tower that is 2.17 miles high, just to test and see how badly buckled we can make it. I mean, it's certainly got the feeling, the making.
Much as I love Lego, you're on your own. I'm not getting involved in that one.
Oh, okay. It's not scientific unless it's been tested, though, Dave. So if someone else has already done it, then we don't have to do it.
Well, I would suggest it has, hence the fact I've got the fact available to post.
Yeah, but it might just be a theoretical number, never proven in actual science. Oh, that's a brilliant comment. Absolutely brilliant. There are some projects that are currently being sold that have been posted on the Lego Ideas site to start with. The current one that I think is still available for sale on the Lego website. It was proposed a couple of years back, but these things take time to actually make it to the shops. Was a 3.5 foot tall Saturn V rocket model. That's the one, in case you're not sure, rocket fans, that's the one that took Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin to the moon on the Apollo 11 mission. So, and I bought one of the early ones of these that they put into production, which rather predictably was a Doctor Who model. Since then, they've done the Friends Cafe. They've done, I think they've done a Big Bang Theory related Lego one, and these have all come from fan suggestions through the ideas page. Another one that nearly made it into production. It got the 10,000 supporters that it needed. Was a Red Arrow's Hawk Jet, which Kirsty was disappointed didn't get made, because it's the one time that she'd have actually been very happy to buy me Lego. No. Oh, I've been corrected. She would have bought it herself. And yes, if you are into certain types of vehicles, such as Kirstie's camper vans, here's the star of the live that came out on Sunday, I think it was. But if you are a fan of camper vans, and this obviously is just the canvas that she based it on. I'm not picking up her artwork for fear of actually damaging it in some way. If you are a fan of camper vans, they are selling one. The only snag is it does cost somewhere around about £70 or £80. The same goes for fans of the VW Beetle. And again, if you are interested, other things like space shuttles are very much 4 bricks high without a hat on. Well, I mean, I have a minifigure here. I'm going to get one of the others out. I've got a couple in this box. So I have actually built my wall to be 4 bricks high at the moment. So there's a minifigure here. Take the hat off. I can get it off. There we go. So it sits just there, and it stands. Oh, it's only 3 bricks high. I just realised my wall isn't tall enough yet. Hang on a second, guys. There we go. Exactly the same height. We can bury him in. Pop him against the wall. And include him in there. There we go. I mean, it wasn't planned, but there we go. Thank you very much for that comment, Dave. The Lego man does not say thank you very much. Most expensive Lego minifigure, 14 karat gold. Well, I mean, Star Wars fans will pay anything for some of that sort of thing.
Well,
I
they
love
do
the
say
Lego.
that some of the merchandise is out of this world.
Oh. I don't actually know if it makes it better or worse, but I know that you've only just come up with that comment.
What can I say? The force was with me.
Oh dear, oh dear. Really? Oh, I think I just found the wings for that plane I was showing you earlier.
You sure you're not just winging this live?
Dave, you know exactly how much preparation's gone into this live. And Kirstie's just whispered across the room, none.
I'm going to choose to professionally shut up. Thank you very much. That's the word I wanted. I'm going to plead the fifth. Or in this case, maybe it should be pleading the sixth.
Oh. If it makes you feel any better, Dave, there are a load of non-Star Wars fans who haven't got a clue what that joke was. In case some, I've just found these while I was just looking through the box. Pair of Daleks from Doctor Who. Now they are missing the heads.
I have to say, they look extremely great.
Oh, Dave, don't show my face for a second. I'm gonna have to groan. Because did you just say that raspberries make Lego afros? Yeah. I mean, sure. For the first month they do anyway. At that point they become a bit too fuzzy, I think.
Kirsty, I can't believe that I'm about to have to display this.
In case anybody was watching the live stream the other night and thought that some of my jokes were terrible, I'm going to just present this as factual evidence that I am not the only one.
I have to say, live stream next weekend's going to be an absolute flipping riot with the three of us on it simultaneously.
I believe you're looking forward to that, though, Dave.
Oh, I can't wait.
And any kids who are watching, if your English teacher ever asks you what the phrase dripping with sarcasm ever means, that was Dave just there.
No, that genuinely wasn't. I can't wait to get involved next week.
Next week, guys, you're going to find out whether being tech support for Kirstie and I is something which Dave is capable of doing whilst physically in the same room as us. And of course, we might actually have an elusive appearance of Kirstie's Life in Art's resident Yeti.
Isn't the resident Yeti currently having a nap on the corner of the sofa?
The resident. No, presumably you're talking about the page mascot Rex, who is currently having a nap
Of course.
upstairs in peace under the bed, I believe.
Actually, that doesn't surprise me.
I'm sure Kirsty is about to go and find out if that's correct or not.
Yes, I have to say that doing tech support whilst actually being in the stream next week is certainly going to be a challenge. But I'm looking forward to it. I also know exactly where Kirsty is currently pulling some of her puns from and her Lego jokes. Because it's on a website that I took one look at and closed because they were absolutely appalling.
Well, Kirsty is absolutely appalling them apart. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry.
I can't even. I'm not even putting a pun for that one. That was just terrible. Kirsty, these are getting worse.
Oh, there was another joke incoming, guys. I think before you showed that one, Dave, you should probably have checked with Kirsty that she actually understood who Pink Floyd were and maybe what the significance of the comment was before that was actually moderated and allowed on.
To be fair, I didn't even pick it up as a Pink Floyd reference, so.
Oh, okay. Well, in which case, I suppose we have to let her off. Of course, the other thing, Dave, is that you only see them as she comments them. I get to hear the little snigger as she thinks of one and types it out first.
Oh, see, that's the best bit. I know full well she's not actually thinking of them. I know which site she's pulling them off of.
Oh.
So the sniggers actually as she reads it.
For those wondering, Kirsty is now wearing a look of "Oops, I've been rumbled."
Kirsty got rumbled as soon as she started. Because the other bit about it is she's also pulling them out in the order they are on the website.
Here at Kirstie's Life and Art, we do not endorse plagiarism. People work hard to make their content. Please do not steal it.
Oh, Kirsty, no. Ladies
I'm
and
just gonna-
gentlemen, you are now starting to experience what Nick and I end up putting up with on a daily basis. Between the three of us, we are one as bad as the other.
Right.
Kirsty, at this point, I'm going to start banning you from commenting. Primarily because these are starting to get worse.
Right. Well, before Kirsty gets blocked and removed as an administrator from her own page, I think it's probably time that I think about wrapping this up. I have built a semi-successful wall. If there is anything that you'd like me to try and build, I will have a go at it. So please do pop something in the comments, even if you're watching this in a week's time or anything like that, or 2 months' time. I'll have a look at it. And we would love to get suggestions from people. This is a community. Ultimately, you guys do have to a camper van. Yes, Kirsty, I'll do my best to try and build a camper van at some point for you. I'm not going to buy one just to build. I try and make one out of the blocks we've got. But this is a community, guys. So please do comment. It doesn't have to be today. If you haven't watched this when it's live, as I say, please do comment with the hashtag replay, and we will still see all of your comments. And we will, the page gets checked every day. So message the page directly, and both Kirsty and Dave are administrators and will view your message, and they will get back to you if you have any queries or if you want to ask about a commission. I am going to finish off what I'm up to here after the live stream. Unlike last week, I'm not going to post the finished product, partly because this has just been a bit of messing around. It's just been a bit of fun for you guys to watch, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's a shame I haven't been able to speak to any of you live, but as I say, if you are watching this later on, I would love to chat to you on the next live. I don't know when the next live is going to be just yet. There are talks about something maybe this weekend or early next week, but again, it is dependent on sort of the health and well-being of Kirsty, Dave, and myself. Ultimately,
And our associated work schedules.
And our associated work schedules. Obviously, Kirsty was previously able to do quite a lot of things during the middle of the day. She's not able to do so at the moment, and the reason is she is getting quite tired. Once she's into a routine, I'm sure she'll be back on here a little bit more regularly. In the meantime, across the bottom of the screen, the entire video through is links to our YouTube, our Instagram, and of course this Facebook page if you're not watching it on Facebook. I really actually quite enjoy coming on here and just doing a little bit for you guys. So thank you very much for watching this. And so I will leave you guys for the time being. Have a lovely rest of the evening or whatever other time of the day you're watching this, and go well. Cheers.